Hi guys, I wanted to take just a few minutes to share with you some resources about doing your job searches. Normally I would lecture about this in class, and that's why there currently isn't a lot of resources for your Module 2 assignments about job searching. So please watch this video as your lecture for these assignments. So just wanted to discuss just a little bit about how we do job searches in today's environment. So I'm certainly of the generation that when I first started looking for jobs when I graduated from college in 2004, we were still using a lot of more traditional resources like newspaper classified ads in order to find local job listings. Things have certainly improved via the internet since then, and that's really where you need to be looking to find your jobs. So I just wanted to discuss, there's a lot of different sites out there for job searches. A lot of big names that you might have heard like Monster.com, Yahoo used to have like a career builder site that were big platforms for companies to host their jobs. Um, at some point, Indeed.com became a very viable platform for job searches, and it's always been my preference to use Indeed.com because the way their site works is that it does scrape jobs from a variety of different job platforms. So if an employer were to post their job on Monster.com or on their own website, Indeed.com scrapes all of those listings and puts it into one place. So it's a bigger resource for finding jobs. So this is a really good resource. Certainly you can just do some Google searches for graphic design jobs and see what kind of sites come up. There are some sites that are specific to certain industries like graphic design jobs. I think there's a site, usajobs.com, that focuses on like military listings of different jobs or for government employees, things like that. Most of those job sites will still show up when you do an Indeed search. So I did just want to go through quickly and show you Indeed and some of the things that you might be looking for and how to use it effectively. So I'm going to switch over to my display. So here we have Indeed.com, and this is their main homepage. You can see that you have some quick options here for what you're looking for and for where. So you can set the specific location that you want to search for jobs in. So for us, that might be Fayetteville. If you're planning to move out of the area after you graduate, you may choose to look for jobs where you're going to move to. I've had students that knew as soon as they graduate, they were moving back home to Austin, Texas. So you can search for different locations like that. Certainly, most likely what you're going to search for would be graphic design, could be visual design, things like that. So if we look up graphic design here in Fayetteville, we can click and find jobs. You see here you can choose a distance, especially for Fayetteville. Depending on where you're at, there may be more or less jobs available, so you may choose to increase the radius of where you're looking for jobs. But we can see here we get a couple of different listings here. If I click on the listing, then I can see the information for this job posting, what kind of skills they're looking for. When you guys are working on your assignment for comparing job titles, definitely take a look at all of these things that it's showing. These are keywords that you should be looking at and potentially using in your resume, in your cover letters, in future assignments. Look at what skills and experience they're looking for. A lot of these jobs use similar skills, but an art director is going to have different skills from a graphic designer. An illustrator is going to have different skills than a web designer. So pay attention to what these job listings are asking for and think to yourself, what kind of work do you want to do? Do you really want to work more in social media and web? Do you want to work more in printing? And take a look at what skills they are looking for in those different positions. For your assignment, you need to find one job that you're currently qualified for. Our program does prepare students for entry-level positions. So you'll need to screenshot that job so I can see what skills and stuff it's asking for. And then you need to evaluate how is it that you are prepared to do this job? What makes you a good candidate for that job? Additionally, because we prepare you guys for entry level positions, where do you want to be in a couple of years, in 3 to 5 years? Do you really want to move more into web or social media? Do you want to start with some basic graphic design and work your way into becoming a professional illustrator? Keep in mind that there is a bit of a hierarchy to graphic design jobs. You may have a junior level designer and then a senior level designer and then an art director. If you're reviewing these different job postings, see what the differences are between those levels of skills needed. Find a job that you really want to see yourself in the next 5 years, and then you also need to discuss what skills do you currently have that qualify you for that job. So therefore, what skills do you not have yet? How are you going to get there? If you're starting with a basic graphic design position, but in the next 5 years you really want to be a professional web designer, what skills do you need to build? What steps are you going to take to establish those skills and get that experience to qualify you for that job? So I do strongly recommend that you use Indeed, mostly because it does scrape from multiple platforms. The other thing, certainly you can use this as a platform. You can upload your resume when it's complete so employers can find you. The other thing that I wanted to share with you guys is that you can create your an email. Be the first to get graphic design jobs in Fayetteville. You can sign up for job alerts here, and you definitely want to do that because it saves you time that you don't have to. Get out of here. Yeah, bye. Instead of having to go in every day and search for new jobs, you can sign up for alerts. And that's really convenient because as new jobs are added, they will get emailed to you. I personally have 2 different email alerts set up for Indeed. I have one for graphic design in all of North Carolina. I also have an alert set up for remote graphic design jobs, and those could be anywhere in the United States because if you're working remotely, you don't have to be local to the position of the job. So consider what types of jobs you might be looking for. If you're looking for hands-on and you want to go to work in the office, then you're going to be looking for local jobs, but also consider looking for remote jobs as well. I strongly encourage you to sign up for these email alerts based on your search, so that you can constantly be updated when new positions are added. In today's digital arena, when we have jobs being posted, you need to be very immediate in your responses. So if a job has been posted for 3 weeks and you apply for it, it's not likely that you're going to be considered for interview just because in 3 weeks' time with online submissions of applications, they're going to have a lot of applicants by the end of 3 weeks. So you really want to sign up for these email alerts to make sure that you can, as soon as a job gets posted, you get alerted to it. Go ahead and apply for it immediately. If you're waiting 2 or 3 weeks to respond to a job posting, again, it's just not going to be likely that you're going to be contacted for an interview. So you need to have some immediacy when you are applying for these jobs. If anyone has any questions about job search techniques or how to complete this assignment, please don't hesitate to email me, fisherjl@faytechcc.edu. If need be, we can set up a collaborate session to go over any of this stuff, or hopefully I should be able to just answer any of your questions via email. Thank you for watching this. Please make sure that you work to complete your assignment.